Hey guys, this is NamCover coming at you with the finals of the Community Map Makers Tournament numero uno, and I'm bilingual. So yeah, this is teaCherWISH and Korilith. So I think we've seen both of these players, some of the games that help put them in this position to possibly take home the cash prize and the fame and glory of winning the first ever Community Map Makers Tournament. And this map is, I'm pretty sure, Visceralis Prime. Yes, it is, by Broody. And we already kind of talked about how this map is constructed in some of the earlier games. So if you don't know about that, go look, I think in one of the first videos from this. So yeah, we've seen that both of these players are very skilled. The match between Korilith and Gen X was actually super good, so go watch that if you've got time. But yeah, so we can see both players playing pretty much identically at this point. So we've seen that Korilith use a lot of Hellions in his play, and then I think we've seen teaCherWISH do a couple different things, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what they do. Now their builders already have deviated, and yeah, actually, yes, they actually have. Looks like that teaCherWISH went for gas first and then barracks, while Korilith went for barracks then gas. So what that tells us, dear newbies, is that teaCherWISH does plan on teching. Possibly he could be going for the 1-1-1 build, which is 1 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. And when you do that and you build your refinery before your barracks, you're going to end up with just about 100 gas when your barracks finishes. So guess what? You need 100 gas for your factory. So the timing's on that matchup pretty well. So it looks like that the orbital command center is going down for Korilith first. So again, it looks like he is probably going to go for the more economic route. What was it? What did I? Yep, that's right. It's a factory. So don't know if he's going to stop with the factory. He is only on 1 gas. So if he takes his next gas soon, that will be a big teller of exactly what he's going to go for. I mean, there, of course, the metagame, the standard of TVT is, of course, there with all its wondrous glory. I think TVT is the best mirror matchup, and this SCV is actually going to be able to get in here, see the factory, see 1 gas, realize exactly what's up, and actually will make it out of here alive. So that's actually a blunder there by teaCherWISH. He could have killed that, and he should have killed that. So yeah, we do, yep, alright, there's the starport, and there's the tech lab right next to it. So what he's going to do is, as soon as this starport is done, he's going to lift up this factory, switch him out to give the tech lab to the starport, and then he will have banshees, and cloak banshees probably, and that's actually become a pretty standard in TV, anything really, but TVT especially, having that. Okay, now he's building the starport there. Yep. So that's actually become a pretty standard opening, which means that most good Terrans, which these players are good, they're high diamond mid masters, so just underneath professional. And yeah, so they're going to know how to hold off banshees. This is what I'm trying to say. So that first banshee has been started. Now he does not have the money to start cloak because he's only gotten 1 gas. So he's not going to get cloak, just get a banshee for harass there, and hopefully try to expand behind this. I don't see him doing a 1 base all in. But I mean, I definitely guess he could, but no, here's the SCV there. Pretty good timing there, just as he gets 400 minerals and throwing that down. So good. I like that he's going to expand behind this, put on a little pressure. Very good for all the newbies out there. In the timeless words of day 9, you should always expand behind an attack. So that's the best time to expand, really. Not when you're about to attack, because that takes away money from your attack, but right as you're putting on pressure, when your opponent can't put pressure on you, is when you need to expand also. So yeah, just words of wisdom of the day from the good dear Saint Day 9. So meanwhile, we do see that looks like we're going to see a Viking for spotting. For those of you who don't know, for the tank's going to be for spotting. And it looks like also going to take out that Banshee actually very quickly. So good there. He's got, if he engages this correctly, I think, yeah, he's going to pull some SCVs. He's going to be able to hold this off quite decently. Of course, these Hellions are doing a lot to these Marines, but some miss micro there is going to help him win this. Excuse me. And of course, he is down a lot of SCVs. Well, actually only 4, but still, that is a lot. Excuse me. And so yeah, that really didn't do quite as well. And this one Marine is going to come in here and say, "Oh no, my friends are dead," and then get killed and roasted by the Hellion. Now, and just as the Banshee comes out, so looks like he thought that Cloak could have been on the way, but it wasn't. So he did get that Raven out there, and Raven, the point defense drone, is not going to affect Marines, but it will affect things like Marauders, which we don't actually see any of, and also Banshees, I'm pretty sure. So he did manage to keep this orbital command up and running, so he needs to transfer that over there as soon as possible. Meanwhile, teaCherWISH not only has more harvesters, but he's also got a greater income because he's got the base, this extra base here. So gonna take that extra gas, and you know, his attack did get cleaned up. teaCherWISH's attack did get cleaned up. However, he did buy some time and ensured that this expansion got up. So you know, I think that's definitely a good move there. So as we can see, both players are getting siege tech. Meanwhile, but teaCherWISH is a little bit ahead on that front. So yeah, basically I think that we're going to see it just, he was forced to pull a lot of SCVs, and if you look at it, he's still down, still about that 4 SCVs, which he's really going to have to try to do some damage to get back into this. He's building another command center, so he is going to try to double expand. Again, you know, when you're behind, you have to take risks in order to try to get back into the game. And I think that's what he's going to do, so it's really just going to depend on how aggressive teaCherWISH is as far as if he's going to punish him for that. And yeah, he's just going to get up here and siege right there, and he's actually going to be just in range of a couple of these SCVs. And yeah, already taking some of those out. And these Vikings, of course, like I said before, are in spot. And yeah, this Raven needs to be careful. These Ravens don't get taken out. He does not. He does have. Yeah, he could have sieged there, but he didn't. I like that, because he would have just been taken out by those Marines. He just needed those to go up here and kill that tank. So did a little bit of damage. And now if we look at the income tab, looks like the macro of teaCherWISH has slipped a little bit, and it's allowed Korilith to catch up. So he's got 3 siege tanks up here. I think he's going to be okay for right now. 3 Vikings though, we're going to be able to spot up there. Excuse me for that yawn. Late night last night. So you know, you need the tank advantage, and then also you need the Viking advantage, of course, to spot on the high ground and to clean up on everything else. So this Viking is going to go out here and see exactly what's up. Going to get shot at and one-shot and killed. Bam. That's not going to help you. So he's got enough for a point defense drone, but that's really not going to help him really in this situation at all. It's going to help against the Vikings, but the Marines, no, not so much. Now he could throw down a couple auto turrets, and that might help him turn the tide of battle, but it's really not going to help a whole lot. These Vikings are going to come up here and of course see exactly what's going on. Try to take out this Raven. If he can take out that Raven, the Raven only has 32 more health. These Marines are coming down here. A little misclick there, definitely for sure. Now just throw a point defense turn. That's really not a good point defense turn at all. He needs to throw it just a little bit more forward than that. This is going to get targeted. And just really using that Viking to try to take that point defense turn out, but he doesn't actually, because the Marines do clean that up. So trying to retreat with the Raven. So again, he's just trying to use some of this energy on the point defense drone, but he's pushing these Vikings back with these Marines. He's got him clumped up. I don't like that. Anything to kill all that. Yeah, exactly. And just try to siege up a little bit there. And he needs to get these units in the battle. He does. Let's actually take a look there. Bam, you can see more of the screen. And really, this is just a decent assault by teaCherWISH. However, Korilith is doing a decent job holding it off as well. That point fence throwing is actually, you know, I said it was ill-placed, but it's actually done quite a bit. So looks like was barely able to hold that off. He still is down, got about half the army, so that's not actually going to work in the long run. And looks like teaCherWISH was able to use that attack to help secure his third, and he's just going to pull back. That's great. He can have sort of a loose contain if he wants, but he's really done some damage. Units lost tab. He has lost more, but what he has done is bought himself some time to get up his third. And if we look at the income right now, you know, that reflects it. He does have fewer harvesters, so his macro actually was slipping quite hard there. If we look at the supplies, it's pretty even. So his macro actually is slipping, and that's, I guess, where we could fault him the most. However, like I said, his timing and his strategy has been overall pretty good as far as buying time for expansion. So looks like Korilith is going to move out, and he's going to need to grab his third. These Vikings, this whole army is going to get taken out here, and that Raven actually is a really good support unit. I'd really like to see several Ravens being used and try to drop the supply line with point defense drones. Those are just a painful mess to try to take care of if your army is quite immobile, which for the most part siege tanks are. So yeah, basically he's trying to get his 30 actually is up, and we do see that teaCherWISH is trying to take his fourth. So I think he knows that he's probably not quite as ahead as he would like to be, and so that's why I think he's going to try to take this other base. So got this SCV over here on the side of the map. I like that. That is good just to have SCVs and, you know, any kind of workers for whatever your race, whether that be probe or drone or SCV, just sort of out there on the map. Now this scan doesn't only see these two Vikings, he's going to actually see the rest of this army come in. He saw that for just a little bit. So the Viking, yeah, he's going to try to take out a couple of those. This Raven is actually slower than the Vikings, and the Vikings are pretty slow, so the potential was there for that Viking, Raven to get sniped out, but of course it's not. He's going to try to use these to gain vision, but with a scan kind of makes him back up, so that's a good use of a scan. I don't think he was really expecting that, and actually just sending up a couple Marines there and taking that out. So actually his play's been actually pretty good. He's actually forcing him to move back at this point, and I was really not expecting that. If we look at the resource tab right now, it is very similar with teaCherWISH, just barely ahead. So looking at the army tab right now, we do again see teaCherWISH's army is just a lot bigger, and the spending tab, of course, yeah, exactly. We've seen that Korilith has spent more on economy and less on army, and I think we can really tell that, of course, by the size of the army, and also, of course, the SCV 70 harvesters to 45. So if he can take out this medevac before, which I think he might be able to, go down full of Marauders. That's pretty huge. He was trying to do a double prong attack there and take out some of these key tech structures there, but just was not able to. So really, Korilith has kept his cool and been able to. Here comes the drop here in the back, taking a lot of SCVs. Before he reacts, he just doesn't quite have enough, and just immediately, yeah, just pulls back. Great decision making there. Sending these Vikings over here, not going to be able to catch that today. So, you know, we've seen that. Okay, now this is another interesting point defense drone. I would like to, you know, that's not a whole lot of difference between here and here, but I don't know. I would have liked that to be a little bit more forward again. But hey, worked out for the first time, so you never know. He has started mining on his fourth base. Meanwhile, Korilith has not. It looks like he is about to take his fourth base up there. Sort of split the map in half, top and bottom. And that, yeah, no, yeah, you can't actually completely split it due to just the geometry of the map. There is going to be pathways there, but looks like that teaCherWISH is going to go for the drop there. Their drop ships almost passed, but it looks like teaCherWISH is going to go down here. There's no any sort of missile turret or anything, just a lot of SCVs getting ready to die. They don't know it, but me and you sure do. So he does drop right here, and a bunch of just clumped up SCVs. Really, if he starts charging distance, he can really get a lot of them. And it looks like he has not noticed just yet. And meanwhile, big army is here in the front. Siege tank, siege both about the same time. teaCherWISH does have a better concave, and looks like he is forced to pull back. I was pretty sure he could have pushed in there and it stemmed and rushed in with his Marauder and Marine and really taken that out. But maybe not. Not with that points defend drone. So yeah, that would have completely negated the Marauders there. So yep, good call there. Didn't see that. Some more barracks going down. Really, both players are having a hard time spending their money at this point. So just upgrades are really going to come into a key part of this. He's at this stage of the game. He's just got one upgrade for his attack, and he's tank, and teaCherWISH has nothing. So 1-1 there for his infantry, and if we can find it, looks like just shield upgrade. No, I'm sorry, shield, and so 1-1 for both players on infantry as well. So really, he's got. You can really see how these Marauders are just going to come in here and try to snipe off a couple things. It's not the best place to drop. I think it's going to get some. And actually using a point defense drone there and coming in here with these Vikings, which would normally be rocked by Marauders, but that's a really interesting use of that. Of course, he can just run away, so that's not going to be good. And this Viking, he markers it right, he just pop back up. Nope, but he didn't have to. So yeah, some very intriguing play. teaCherWISH is actually going to, it was actually, we missed that. There was a drop that forced to this to actually, I think, die. Yep, just die. And he's building another command center, relocating it there in the left side of the map. Meanwhile, he's also trying to take the gold. So now if we look at the army, they're a lot closer, and the resources, the supply count is about the same. Now, Korilith did see these tanks first, and that's going to be huge. He's going to have to be able to take the tank out and retreat. And yeah, just, you know, Korilith has had some pretty good control. This map, another drop here, forcing him to pull his SCVs and do a lot of damage there, pulling his main army back, just pulling everything back. Now Korilith really needs to load up here and fly away. And I've never noticed these things before. It's really cool thing to have. And you really just need to, yeah. And he did a lot of damage, and yeah, and now he's just decided to pull back. So meanwhile, he is moving up with his army, slowly trying to. Well, these tanks are way far behind. So yep, and now he forces a huge stem out of everything. That was horrible. Didn't even kill anything. So that actually was a huge mistake. He does have the base advantage though. At the income, if we look at that right now, we can see that Korilith does have a greater income because he does have, even though he doesn't have as many bases, he does have a greater number of workers. So both players are starting for +3 attack about the same time. Looks like, yeah, they're both 2-2 right now, so they're both keeping up pretty well on their upgrades. However, Korilith has got much better upgrades on his tanks. So looks like he actually might have spotted, yeah, for sure he spotted that because, yeah, because he had that tower there, so he definitely sees all of that. And yeah, this is one siege. He's just going to drop right on top of that, and those Marauders are going to die right as they pop out. But they do manage to take out the tank, but he gets that medevac there, so not quite worth it. So really, Korilith has got a good position here in the middle of the map. He really could stand also to take his gold, and also possibly this space over here. Yeah, that's this orbital command center is really not doing anything there except for gathering energy, which he's really not using to the full extent of everything. So yeah, he builds this into a planetary fortress. I guess it's okay, but I'd rather something I don't know, something like an expansion like this be morphed into a planetary fortress, because there's more surface area right here to defend with a planetary fortress. So these Marines are going to be chased back. Meanwhile, as he moves forward with his army right here, double pronged attack, looks like that teaCherWISH is just going to go for broke here at this point. So he's going to attack all these barracks. He's going to get all of them as well. So I'm not exactly sure what Korilith is going to do. Looks like his attention is quite divided here at this point. He's going to take out several medevacs, and going to be forced to run back into his tank line, which he does have, but teaCherWISH just going to be able to bull rush all of these tanks, it looks like. And the tanks are doing a lot of damage there with their upgrade, and actually he's going to hold this off, I think. He drops his Vikings down, and that's actually some pretty good control. The Vikings are taken out, but meanwhile he has, this actually was a pretty even exchange. He's actually loading these tanks up, and it'd be great to see him do I don't know, some kind of elevator drop. Or he's actually going to load these tanks right on, he's going to drop them right on the other tanks. He's going to tank drop the tanks like that. That's great. So yeah, really we've seen Korilith. You can tell he definitely tanks outside of the box here. And that's really invaluable, especially in late game. Late game, crazy. Doesn't see that up, and he's going to lose that. Takes out this auto command, and all these Marines are going to be able, I think, to handle definitely with the concave and superior medevacs are going to be able to handle everything, and also take out these medevacs as well. And Korilith has somehow ended up on top. Now his income is well, he's banked 5,000 minerals, so that's horrible. He does have the bigger supply, and he does have the less income, which that is due just to the inflated income of all these minerals here at the gold base, not actually due to the amount of work. So looks like he is actually going to be able to take game 1 with the GG there from teaCherWISH. So this is an album cover, and I will come right back at you with game 2 of the finals in the Community Map Makers Tournament 1. Hey guys, this is an album cover coming at you with another game. This is going to be the second game in a best of 3 between teaCherWISH on the bottom, and on the top, as the purple Terran, we have TG Korilith. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the first game in this best of 3, go watch it now, because I'm about to spoil it for you. Korilith won the first game. He exhibited some really unique and out-of-the-box, and in my opinion, some really smart decisions in how he played, how he attacked, how he utilized some of the unit's abilities. So if you haven't seen that first game, you should definitely go check it out. I love drinking some water. So this game is going to be on the map Green by Timmy. And it is like this whole best of 3 series is the finals in the community map making tournament. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos, definitely go check that out. If you don't know what the community map making tournament is, what you need to do is you need to go to teamliquid.net, and then you need to go to there's a search bar and search for community map making tournament #1. And they'll be able to provide you with all the information on how you can play, how you can get your maps in this tournament, and everything like that. So they're really friendly over there. They've been really nice to me, and I'm sure if you tell them that an album cover sent you, they'd be nice to you too. So we can see both players have similar build orders at this point. Looks like the refinery for Korilith is going to be done just a little bit later. So both went barracks and then refinery, and looks like that okay, looks like yeah, teaCherWISH got a marine and then his orbital, and meanwhile that Korilith did get his orbital and then a marine. So looks like that both players are going to have that marine out there in plenty of time to kill that scouting SCV. So yeah, both players are playing pretty standard, pretty exactly much the same. So looks like teaCherWISH did not micro that correctly, and is going to let that SCV in here to see exactly how many gases he has, how many SCVs he has, and it looks like, okay, no, the second SCV will be taken out. He will actually see the factory go down, so I don't think building the factory right exactly there where the SCV could see it as it was dying was the best move, unless you're going to build it and then cancel it. But he certainly didn't do that. So both players are actually going to get a second gas and a factory. So again, playing very much mirrorly. just like the mirror matchup would possibly suggest. So, yeah, 3 Marines. Yeah, just kind of pretty much the same blistering APM of almost 400 there. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you like kind of the way that I have things set up on the screen. I'm still kind of playing around with some of the new features that patch 1.3 gave us. Thanks, Blizzard. It was a really cool patch. Liked it. And yeah, so just let me know. And looks like both players are also going for the starport, the 1-1-1 build there. So very cool. When we do have a tech lab on the way for Korilith, and the tech lab is already actually completed there for teaCherWISH. So gonna possibly see Banshees from both players. Now we do actually, okay, looks like this Hellion is gonna come out, and we'll get out actually about the same time, yeah. So that's pretty cool. In time to switch out this tech lab. Just a little bit of a delay. Yep, he's gonna lift that up there, and it's gonna be lifted up, I assure you, just as soon. Yep, there that goes. And this is already there, and he's gonna get Banshee. So they're gonna Banshee each other, and looks like that they're both gonna go for Cloak. Yep, there it is. And yeah, so this could actually be pretty interesting, seeing as they are both Terran. They are both going roughly the same build order. Really, the easiest way to get better at a mirror matchup is just to play it, and then if you lose, do exactly what your opponent did to beat you. So, in most cases, now with 4 Warp Gate Rush, you know, that's 4 Warp Gate Rush. But regardless, they're both going to be banishing each other. Korilith does have this bunker here. That's definitely going to be good. He did just take out a couple of Hellions there. That's more small battles that are going to win him the fight later on, we hope. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you're teaCherWISH and you're watching this and you're like, hey, I don't want to win. But of course, if you're watching this and you're teaCherWISH, you'd already know how it ends. So, spoiler alert for yourself. Tech Lab going down on the factory. And yeah, I really like this bunker placement, and Command Center started much later than teaCherWISH's. So here comes the first Banshee there for teaCherWISH, and he is going to be able to get a couple of SCVs there. Actually, he's able to get 4 SCVs, and looks like the scan will not actually be able to take down the Banshee. Just barely escapes there. Meanwhile, Korilith has a surprise for his opponent, and has Banshee'd him as well. So it looks like he's trying to get some more. He has 8 kills right now, 9 kills. This Banshee has 6 and does not manage to pick up a mule. Should he cloak? He does cloak. He's actually 1 scanner of that. Yeah, I can take that out. Banshee all over the place. Looks like that Banshee from teaCherWISH was able to be taken out. Second Banshee comes in here, pretty much able to take out these SCVs building it, and looks like the teaCherWISH is getting the bad end of this. His second Banshee coming in there. Banshees always work better in pairs. Yeah, getting the scan does nothing. This is actually really a good game. He's going to actually take out the supply depot pretty quickly. Needs to cloak, doesn't actually, and needs to cloak, it doesn't actually. He does, just barely in time though. Looks like he is going to be able to get away there, and this Banshee over here is going to move in right now. Looks like this missile turret is going to go down right there, and going to be able to take it. Even if he does cloak, he gets it, and he does not actually get it. Yeah, so just barely out of the reach. Of course, missile turrets can detect further than they can actually shoot. So fun fact for all you noobs. teaCherWISH is going to go ahead and land that orbital command and be able to take that out. And this Viking is going to be able to takes that out. So let's go ahead and sort of recap after that. Looks like that teaCherWISH has lost about 500 minerals more than his opponent Korilith, and the income right now is teaCherWISH 19 harvesters to Korilith's 26. So his expansion is down quicker, but not that much quicker, because Korilith all he has to do is fly this over. So the income right now, teaCherWISH is of course in the lead with this expansion, but here in a second that all's gonna change. So after kind of just recovering, sort of stabilizing that, Korilith is going to send out this Banshee just to see exactly what he can poke around with. Now he's actually going to fly straight into these units. If he cloaks right now, yep, and he does cloak, and yep, he's got this Raven here. So good thing to have. Ravens can actually detect quite a ways away too. So I like having just a couple of Banshees out here, just for the sake of your opponent having to be scared. You know, in the back of your mind, you're always going to think, okay, if there's a Banshee here, you know, what do I do? You know, can I really move out? What if their Banshees attack me when I come out? So you just have to take the right precautions, whether that's missile turrets or whether that is like a Raven or whatever. You just have to make sure you do that. So that this Banshee is going to move in here and be able to take 2 SCVs before it is forced to retreat, and retreat it will. So the Banshee is actually faster than the Raven, and the Banshee is actually going to fly right over here to teaCherWISH's 3rd, and you'll see that and be able to take that SCV out, greatly delaying that. Now he does, Korilith does have this bunker right here. Does not currently have anything in it. Just as he says that, he doesn't send anything in there. I thought those Marines were going to go in there, but they don't. So again, like I said, I just like, you know, peppering a couple Banshees here around the map, and of course in your army this expansion was delayed. So looks like that the army tab right now is actually dead even with teaCherWISH being behind in supply, simply due to the fact of his harvesters. He's got close to half of the harvesters, so not good at all. And looks like actually Korilith is supply blocked right now. That's not good, especially when you're about to be attacked. You want all the supply you can get. He really needs to utilize this bunker. I'd go ahead and load up units. This Hellion is gonna yeah, he's definitely gonna see it now. So this one little small Marine is gonna go out there. And I guess he's average size Marine. He's about as big as all the other ones. So, yep, he does jump into this bunker, and that's certainly going to help him. He's a couple siege tank, and these, yeah, that one defense drone is actually going to wreak havoc on all these Banshees. And actually, these Banshees are still going to be able to clean up, though, because he destroyed everything that could shoot them. So very good there, and these siege tanks are actually going to be taken out, but looks like that teaCherWISH is going to actually be able to at least postpone Korilith's counterattack there for a little bit. So looks like this Banshee is actually could have cloaked there, but decided not to. So yeah, I mean, overall teaCherWISH's attack did not go at all the way he had hoped. So he has built his command center. He's going to try to take his 3rd, but at this point, with his income not being nearly what it could be, as we're shown by Korilith, then he really is just fighting an uphill battle. Unless he pulls off something crazy like just dropping in the main and killing off every SCV, he's really going to have a hard time coming back. Now he is taking his 3rd again right now. Meanwhile, Korilith is taking his as well. The difference, of course, is going to be a little bit because teaCherWISH is basically just going to land there. It's actually going to have to be built. So that's good. And he actually calls down 1 mule. And really, he's probably just going to try to regroup after that and try to do something. But the siege tank, if we look here right now, the siege tank advantage does go to Korilith. And so I would really like to see Korilith get just like 1-2 medevacs in here. He really needs to do that if he wants to stem these Marines for any period of time. He's just going to kind of come over here, and I think he's actually going to be able to take these out. Now he needs to siege up his tanks. He siege up great. He heard me, and now he's just basically trying to run into his army, and it's not looking too good for teaCherWISH at this point. Those Marauders are not going to do well against those Marines, and like I'm saying, if he just had 1-2 medevacs in there, and actually stem to take out that Viking, I guess that's bad. And that does bring the GG from teaCherWISH. So I would like to be the first person that I know of to congratulate Korilith on his victory and cash prize. So please, please, please go to teamliquid.net, click the search bar, type Community Map Maker Tournament #1, and search out this thing. Support it. It's really cool what they're doing, and it's just StarCraft, so you got nothing to complain with there. This is an album cover, and I'll see you guys next time.